Now taking the field, please welcome the Centennial High School Marching Band. Band director is Philip Ramos. Assistant band director is Ernesto Ruiz. The band is assisted by Angelica Armanic, Cassie Durango, Stephen Boma, Bailey Fritz, Isaac Hidalgo, Dwight Getz, Nathan Wood, and Lucas Jackson. Drum majors are Dylan Correa and Gavin McBee. The band's program is entitled Color My World. Musical selections include Color My World by Chicago, Yellow Submarine by the Beatles, Painted Black by the Rolling Stones, Green Sleeves, Blue Danube by Johann Strauss, The Red Cape Tango by Michael Daughtry, and Blue Shades by Frank Ticelli. Drum majors, is your band ready? Centennial High School Marching Band, you may now take the field for pregame. Officials for tonight's contest, the referee, J.E. Wells. Linesman, David Coro. Umpire, Julian Abadaka. Line judge, Martin Martinez. And back judge, David Weeby. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, the Mayfield student government would like to extend a welcome to Centennial High School, and joining Class 6A, Student Body President Amanda Franco and Vice President J.C. Gorsman would like to present a gift to the Student Body President of Centennial High School, Ashley Randazzo. Welcome, Hawks. Now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we'd ask that you please rise and remove your hats for the presentation of the colors by Mayfield High School Air Force Junior ROTC under the command of Cadet Captain Corey Anderson. Please remain standing for the national anthem by the Mayfield High School Marching Band.
road team tonight. Trojans wearing their home green and gold helmet. Hawks wearing all white with red numerals and red helmets. Hawks getting ready to come out, as are the Trojans. We're just a few minutes away from the opening kick. What do you see as a few keys to the game tonight? I think we're going to have a game with some points in it. They're both going to move the ball.
Well, I'll tell you this: if Mayfield can stop the run and make them one-dimensional, of course, it's a lot easier to expect what's coming. And same thing for Centennial. I think the key to both teams is stopping the run. I know both teams have proven that they can pass the ball on just about anybody. So stop the run, Jeff.
Well, and I think there's a misconception out there that Centennial throws the ball a lot more than they do. They're kind of in that no huddle and they spread things out. But really, when it comes right down to it, they want to run the ball.
And just like any other team, they want to establish the run and get that momentum going, kill the clock, and keep possession of the football. Centennial does a good job of just short little passes, which in essence are runs. They're short runs that, you get the running back some space outside, the hash marks to try to make them create something on their own.
So both teams out on the gridiron. Trojans are on the western sideline. The Hawks are on the eastern sideline. The crowd filling in. Traffic on Toshiro still steady as people are coming into the Field of Dreams tonight. And we look forward to a good skirmish here tonight. Mayfield was going to be behind the 8-ball, having lost that game to Oñate, but because of the forfeit, they're sitting atop the standings now with Centennial.
Yeah, it's going to be a battle every week, Jeff. This district is very strong, up and down. With Carlsbad being maybe the only exception, because Hobbs has already competed with a couple of the schools. They played Las Cruces Highwell last week, and they were in a shootout with Centennial a few weeks back. So
that was a 35-28 game over in Carlsbad. The Carlsbad lost by a touchdown. Then Oñate goes the next week and blows out Carlsbad, but Carlsbad lost their quarterback in the game against Centennial and looked like they had drop off. They're here tomorrow to take on Cruces, who's undefeated in district as well. So really it's city rivalry month now.
Yeah, it is.
City rivalry game virtually every week. Next week, Cruces and Centennial play a week from tomorrow night. Saturday night game at the same time as the Aggies.
Wow. Unheard of.
I wonder who will outdraw who. I have a feeling I know based on how the crowds have looked over there this year. But they've won both games at home, so good for them.
I just happened to be there for both of those there, Jeff.
Yeah, I saw you down there working.
The chain crew, it's a good group.
That is not a low energy effort, is it? You pooped out at the end of that?
No, it's actually really fun to be down there. It's the best seat in the house.
Yeah, until you get run over by a 300-pounder.
You kind of got to have to anticipate getting out of the way.
I have a media pass, and I used to go down on the sideline all the time, but I don't do that anymore. Too much stuff can happen down there. Here we go. It'll be Centennial kicking to Mayfield, and it's a high, short kick taken at the 34 on a fair catch. So no return, handling the ball for the Trojans, Dominikovi. And so Mayfield's going to get it first. At the 35-yard line is where they're going to mark it. No time off the clock as the Trojans and Tori Lachlan head out on the gridiron. Mayfield couldn't run it against the Knights. We'll see if they can get a ground game going tonight against Centennial. Trojans come out with two tight ends. Isaac Vance in the backfield with Tori Lachlan, receiver to each side on 1st and 10 from the Trojan 35-yard line. First carry of the game goes to Isaac Vance, trying the right side, gets hit, bounces off the tackler, and carries for 3 up to the 38. All 3 yards after contact. They really closed up the lane right at the line of scrimmage, and it's 2nd down and 7 for the Trojans at the Trojan 38-yard line.
Quick hit over the right side there for Mayfield. Power run there by Vance, got hit at the line of scrimmage.
Again, 2 tight ends, flanker to each side. Hand off to Vance straight up the gut. A little bit of an alley as he's tripped up and grabbed by the ankle and dropped at the 42-yard line. In among others for the Centennial Hawks was Bruce Smith, nose guard, 232-pounder. And so the Trojans have it 3rd down and 3 at the 42-yard line after a gain of 4 by Vance, and the Trojans ready to go in the hurry up. Lachlan out of the shotgun. And there's a little GT action as they run a counter to the right side, give it off to Vance, and Vance gets close to a first down but turned away maybe a yard shy at the 44. So the Trojans give it to Vance, feed him the ball 3 straight times, and the Hawks have held them, it appears, as the Trojans send in the punting team. It's 4th and 1 for the Trojans at their own 44-yard line. Gain of 2 for Isaac.
Well defended there by Centennial. It looked like quarterback Torrey Lachlan could have held the ball and tried to come over the left side. He actually had a lane there, but they defended that really well.
Trojans shift into punt formation. Gavin Swinson, the punter, on 4th and 1 for the Trojans at the Trojan 44-yard line. Junior Pena, very dangerous return man, back deep as the safety for the Centennial Hawks. Snap to Swinson, a good one, and he boots it away. Low line drive, end over end kick up the hash, hits at the right hash at the 20, bounds to the 15. The Trojans down it at the 13. I don't know why he caught it. If he lets it roll, maybe it rolled some more, but still a good punt by Swinson that's going to pin the Hawks back at their own 13-yard line. 10:08 to play in the opening quarter. So a 3 and out for the Trojans as they stuck to the ground trying to get something established there. They never did get that established against the Knights 2 weeks ago. Had a week off. Came out, tried to grind it out, and end up punting. We'll see what the Hawks do on 1st and 10. Dante Lopez is the Centennial Hawk quarterback. He's got Joaquin Gutierrez to his left and a yard behind him on 1st and 10 for Centennial at the Hawk 13-yard line. Junior Pena, the only wide receiver to the left, 2 wide receivers to the right side. Lopez throwing to Pena, has it at the 20, makes a guy miss, spins to the 30, up to the 35 to the 40, and he's run out of bounds by Stephen Gay at the 47-yard line. That's a gain of 34 yards, and about 27 of them came after the defender whiffed.
Well, I'll tell you this, if they don't start wrapping up when they're tackling, it's going to be a long night.
1st and 10 for the Hawks. The ball at the Centennial 47-yard line. Pena again flanked wide to the left. Frost is flanked wide to the right. Fake a handoff to Pena. Lopez will keep going left. 50, 45, 40. Gay trying to catch him with the angle at the 30. Runs him out of bounds at the 23-yard line. 2 rip-roaring gains for Centennial on their first plays from scrimmage. The first 2 plays. This is a gain of 30. So they're averaging about 32 yards a snap right now.
Well, they're looking good, Jeff. All their linemen are blocking well right now, and in that case, the quarterback had a great hole to run through.
1st and 10 for the Hawks. The ball at the Mayfield 23-yard line. Big tackles for the Centennial Hawks. When you look at their line, the tackles are huge. 1st and 10 at the 23. Lopez going up top, fires it right side. It's complete. Frost has it. Bounces it to the outside, up the sideline. He stepped out of bounds at the 11-yard line. He carried it onto the end zone, so some of the Hawk fans thought that they had scored, but he actually stepped out of bounds at the 11-yard line. It's a gain of 12 and a first down.
Centennial just very methodical, hitting the guy that's open, and they're having a lot of success doing it.
Crowd still pouring in here at the Field of Dreams. A lot of cars out on Toshiro still. 9:46 to play in the opening quarter. 1st and 10 for the Hawks. The ball's at the Trojan 12-yard line. Fake handoff. Lopez going left. Gaping hole at the 5. Hit at the 2. His momentum carries him into the end zone for a touchdown. Dante Lopez with his 6th rushing touchdown of the season. A 12-yard run, and they made it look easy.
They made it look really easy. Every carry, every play that they had was for positive yards, and they were pretty significant plays there.
So after Mayfield goes 3 and out, picking up 9 yards on 3 running plays, the Hawks go 87 yards in just 4 plays. And the PAT attempt by Centennial on the way, and the kick is good. 9:40 to play in the first quarter at Centennial 7, Mayfield nothing on the Vista College scoreboard. You're listening to Trojan and Hawk football on Classic Hits 98.7 FM.
Buy tickets for a chance to win half the pot and give to a great organization. The winning ticket will be announced at the end of the third quarter. Centennial fans, you can stop by the Centennial High School football stand and get your best Hawk player. You can also purchase your 50
Wow.
tickets. Make sure you do that before the end of the third quarter.
Second at the 20, 25. Trojans to the 30, and they'll start at the same spot they did last time, near the 35-yard line. This time they had to return it out there. It was Austin C. who returned it, and he gets up limping. So Mayfield has it at the 35 again. That's where the last drive started for the Trojans. So Mayfield goes 3 and out. Centennial goes 4 plays, 87 yards for a touchdown. And now the Trojans get it for the second time, and we'll see if they approach it the same way they did the first time. They kept it on the ground with a steady diet of Isaac Vance. 9:35 to play in the opening quarter, 7-0. Centennial with the lead. Torrey Lachlan, the quarterback, fields a knee-high snap, fakes it to Vance, keeps, goes left, makes some guy miss in the backfield, and then continues on as Lopez brings him down up at the 38-yard line. Gain of about 3 for Lachlan on his first carry. And it's 2nd and 7 for the Trojans.
They faked the counter to Vance going to the right side, and Torrey pulled it out of his stomach there. They ran that play earlier, and it looked like he had more room to run. And in this instance, the Centennial defensive end defended it really well.
Lachlan averaging 5.9 yards a carry, picks up 3 on 1st and 10. Lachlan ducks underneath center here, pitches it to Vance. Vance bounces it out to the right, and he's wrapped up and caught by Chavez. Loss of a yard. It's 3rd down and 8. They are really trying to get this ground game to show something. And in 5 snaps, they've picked up 11 yards. It's 3rd down and 8 for the Trojans at the Trojan 37-yard line. I understand what they're trying to do here. They couldn't run it against Oñate, became kind of one-dimensional, but got a lot done in the passing game. And so here tonight they're trying to get the running game established. But so far it's not working, so they're going to go to a wide-open package here. Lachlan out of the shotgun with 3 wide receivers to the left. Vance is among them. And on 3rd down and long, Lachlan runs out of time. He's flushed, going left, grab, gets rid of it over the middle. It's caught by Swenson. He has a 1st down as he crosses the 50 to the Centennial 49. What a play by Torrey Lachlan. He was literally wrapped up and going down when he completed that pass for the 1st down.
Yeah, he was, and he was going to tuck it and run, but thought better of it because he was wrapped up before he could get going, and luckily Swenson broke open there, was able to make a good catch.
What a throw, wrapped up. 1st and 10 for the Trojans, their first of the night. They have the ball at midfield. Receiver to each side for the Trojans, 2 tight ends. Lachlan out of the shotgun. Hands it to Vance straight ahead. Vance again, met by a stout defense, picks up a yard to the Centennial 49-yard line. Smith, that nose man for Centennial so far early in this game, is really doing a good job controlling the line of scrimmage for the Hawks right over the middle. 2nd down and 9. Vance 5 carries, 2 yards.
Yeah, you get Vance out in the open and he's scary. Earlier the linebacker for Centennial or safety that filled the gap there was able to tackle him for a 1-yard loss, and he's usually able to get away from guys like that. But credit Centennial's defense for being very aggressive.
7-0 Hawks. Trojans have it 2nd and 9 at the Centennial 49-yard line. 3 wide receivers, 2 backs in the backfield with Lachlan, who fields a chest-high snap. Looks left, fires left, and overthrows Stephen Gay at the 42-yard line. Coverage presided by Chavez of Centennial.
3rd down and 9.
Cruz Chavez, 6 foot, 150-pound senior. Lachlan 1 for 2 now. And it's 3rd down and 9 for the Trojans at the Hawk 49-yard line. One of the best defenders for the Hawks, Edgar Hernandez, 5'10", 242-pound defensive end senior for Centennial. He's on the right defensive end spot for the Hawks. Now he's switching to the left side as the Hawks switch their front to the Trojan offense. 3rd down and 9 at the Centennial 49-yard line. C comes in motion. And a fake handoff from Lachlan, and he wants to throw. Coming out of the backfield's Vance. He makes the catch, 1st down. He steps out of bounds on the Hawk sideline on the eastern side of the stadium at the 32-yard line.
That was a fake handoff to Vance, and he just swung.
They're calling the pass incomplete. He caught it, but he must have been out of bounds. They brought the ball back to the line of scrimmage. I beg your pardon. He definitely caught it. He must have been out of bounds. 4th and 9 for the Trojans. They have the punt team in there again. Faked it to Vance, then he went out into the right sideline and went down the sideline. Lachlan threw a pretty good pass out in front of him. He caught it, but he must have been out. 4th and 9 for the Trojans at the Centennial 49-yard line. Swenson to boot it away, stands at his own 37. 4 down lineman for the Hawks. Good snap to Swenson, his 2nd punt of the night. angled over to the near side, hits at the 15, bounds to the 5, and very, very hard roll into the end zone for a touchback. Didn't take a punter-friendly bounce, did it? It kind of
just
got on an end-over-end,
yeah,
real hard roll. So Centennial gets a touchback, starts at the 20 with 6:52 to play in the opening quarter.
Yeah, usually those punts, they take funny hops, and this one was very true, straight down into the end zone.
So the Hawks, who went 87 yards in 4 plays, back out there and see what the Trojans do defensively. They didn't do much defensively on the first possession, as the Hawks went right through them. 1st and 10 for the Hawks at the Hawk 20-yard line. Play action, swing pass to Pena out in the flat left side, 20, 25, hit there by Villa, and a marker falls at the end of the play. It's a gain of about 5 for Pena. He gets up signaling that he was face masked, and we'll see if that's the call. I don't think Junior's lying. Face mask against Mayfield. It's the 5-yard garden variety. 2 face mask penalties. One if you kind of just get your hand caught up in it. But if you tackle them by the face mask or twist the neck around a little bit or hold on to it too long, they give you the 15-yard one. But they're stepping off the 15-yard one here.
I thought high school didn't distinguish. The face mask was just 15 yards, period.
Well, you might be right. They marked off 15 yards there, and that was not one of those horrible ones. So the Hawks have it 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line. Pena comes in motion, fake him the ball. Lopez coming right, bumps into his own man in the backfield. Now gets what he can out of it and dives for a yard to the 41. Trojans got some penetration that time and fouled the play up.
It was slow developing. Lopez kind of ran into the back of his guards that was pulling to try to block for him. And Mayfield was able to contain him this time.
2nd and 9 for the Hawks. The ball at the Centennial 41-yard line. 2 receivers to each side. The right guard fires off. That's Christian Corral, a 212-pounder. Took off early, and that'll cost the Hawks 5 and make it 2nd and 14. The ball at the Centennial 36-yard line. 5:54 to play in the opening quarter. The Hawks 7, the Trojans nothing here on Classic Hits 98.7 FM. Under a full moon. It's hovering right over the Field of Dreams. So 2nd and 14 for the Hawks from their own 36-yard line. Back to pass is Lopez. Has all day. Fires over the middle. It's caught. First down for the Hawks. As falling to midfield is Thatcher. It's a gain of 14 yards, and they will signal a first down for the Hawks. So Lopez is 3 for 3 for 60 yards. And the Hawks overcome the penalty right after it occurs. 1st and 10 at the midfield stripe for Centennial. Ball right in the middle of the O and the F in Field of Dreams on the big giant logo at midfield. Good snap to Lopez, fakes a handoff, going left, traffic, gets away from one defender and might have fought back to the line of scrimmage as a flag comes flying in at the end of the play again. No gain as it stands right now, and we'll catch the indication from J.E. Wells, who's been reffing forever. Very good official. Face mask, Mayfield. That's 2 of them on this drive. We'll see if they step off 15 again. You might be right, though. I might be mixing a college rule in with high school rules here with the 5-yard and the 15-yard variety.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they don't distinguish.
Well, they try to keep the high school rules simple because, these refs, they do this once a week and then have to go back to work, They don't have time to have a 900-page rule book. 15-yard penalty against Mayfield. Their second. Both of them are face masks. And the Hawks are moved to the Trojan 36-yard line. Too bad for the Trojans, too, because they had stuffed that play. It's fixing to be 2nd and 10. 1st and 10 for the Hawks at the Trojan 36-yard line. Handoff to Gutierrez. Gutierrez wrapped up as he crosses the 35 to the 34, brought down at the 33. It's a gain of 3. 2nd down and 7. So the Hawks started at their own 20-yard line, have received 30 yards in penalties from the Trojans from face masks on this drive, and have it 2nd and 7 at the Mayfield 33-yard line. Pena comes wide to the right, Frost in a slot to the right side. Padilla is also split to the right. Tight ends to the left for the Hawks. Lopez rolling to the 3 receiver side, lets it fly, caught at the 30, and it's Padilla with the catch. And a little short gain as he's run out of bounds at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Dante Lopez came in hitting 63% of his passes. And he's 4 for 4 tonight for 65 yards. 3rd down and about 1.5 yards, 2 yards to go for the Hawks. The ball marked for play at the Trojan 28-yard line. 3 wide receivers wide to the left. Gutierrez in the backfield with Lopez in the gun. Wide splits on the left side of that line. They're going up top, hit Padilla for a 1st down. He's sandwiched at the 20-yard line. But it's a gain of 8 when they needed about 2. And Lopez off to a 5 for 5 start throwing the football. That was too easy.
Yeah, they're playing him 8 yards off the ball, and they need a 2-yard pass. He actually caught it at about 5 yards and stretched it for the 8 yards. But yeah, Centennial's having their way with the Mayfield defense right now.
4:13 to play in the opening quarter. It's already 7-0 Hawks. 1st and 10 for the Hawks at the Trojan 20. Good snap to Lopez. Hands off to Gutierrez, left side. And he finds a seam. Now he's pulling Trojans across the 15, and he'll pull them all the way down to the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 7 on his 2nd carry of the night. Mayfield hit him about 2 yards downfield, and all those yards came after contact almost. 2nd down, short.
Yeah, they're tackling high, and what's going on there is Gutierrez is pumping his legs, and you can't take a kid down that wants to get extra positive yards, but and he's pumping his legs like that.
Padilla tight end to the right side. Junior Pena is flanked wide to the left. Frost is flanked wide to the right. Lopez hands off to Gutierrez on a counter play. Trojans get some penetration and wrap him up for a loss. He had nowhere to go. He was stepping over a defender right when he took the handoff. In there, among others, was Austin C. for the Trojans, fouling things up by getting into the backfield. 3rd and 5 for the Hawks after a loss of 2.
Mayfield blitzed their linebacker there and was able to disrupt the blocking scheme for Centennial and got penetration there. He called it. Gutierrez had somebody wrapped around his legs as soon as he got the ball.
3rd down and 5. Pena, the leading receiver for the Hawks, wide to the left. Frost wide to the right. They're out of the offset eye. Play action. Lopez rolling right, looking to throw. Now he's going to tuck it and try to outrace the Trojans to the flank, and he won't do it. Perea kept contained. He makes the stop. Stephen Gay came up from the secondary to help. Stop made at the 17 for a 2-yard loss, and it's 4th down for Centennial in 4-down territory. They're at the 19. Well, they're going to mark him at the 17. 1st down yardage is the 10. They may try a field goal here. At 18, 17, I think they're about the 17 and a half. It's about a 34-yard field goal. There were days when I first started doing this in high school that this was unimaginable. But anymore, I've seen 50-yard field goals in the high school game. They're going to try a 34-yard field goal from the right hash. Padilla is the kicker. Good snap, good hold. The kick has the height, that has the distance. He hit it. 10-0 Hawks. 1:54 to play in the opening quarter. Take a break. You're listening to 98.7 FM Classic Hits. Hawks up by 10. To the 22, grab there. Trojans bringing it back, get to the 29. I think it was C again. Yep, Austin C on the return, and Mayfield will start a little deeper than they have. The starting position hasn't been the Trojans' problem. They've had good field position when they've had the ball, just haven't been able to string first downs together.
Yeah, they're just trying to fill their way to try to get some momentum, and Centennial's completely shutting them down right now.
Trojans have had it twice, a 3 and out. Then they got a first down on the second possession, but wound up punting anyway. Vance, 5 carries for 2 yards in the early going. 1st and 10 for the Trojans at the Trojan 29-yard line. Lachlan play action going up top, firing deep. Swenson's open, pass overthrown by about 4 yards, or that was 6 points. Post route for Gavin Swenson, and he got past his defender, Zeke Ochoa, and that had touchdown written all over it, but Lachlan had a little too much mustard on it. 2nd and 10.
It looked like the final play of the game against Oñate right there. Swenson broke open, had the defender beat by 2 or 3 yards, and the pass was just out of reach.
1:44 to play in the opening quarter. The Hawks 10, the Trojans nothing. Offset eye out of the shotgun. Vance the deep man in the eye. Twins to the right side. Little option look. Torrey Lachlan going right. Lachlan being strung out by that Hawk defense and stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain. Maybe got a half a yard. 3rd and about 10 for the Trojans at their own 29-yard line. 10-0 Hawks. Big 3rd down for the Trojans here. Need almost every bit of the 10 yards.
Yeah, that Centennial defense has come to play tonight, Jeff. They're flying all over the place. They're keeping their composure on the outside. Stringing out that option is a tough thing to do, and, you know, Lachlan had nowhere to run.
3rd down and about 10 to go for the Trojans from their own 29.5-yard line. 3 receivers left for the Trojans. Lachlan drops to pass, gets a pass rush, and he's going to be sacked back at the 20-yard line. He never had a chance. Edgar Hernandez, the 242-pound senior, gets to him back at the 20-yard line. It's a loss of about 9. First sack of the night.
Wow, Hernandez just plowed through the up back. I think it was Vance. He just ran right through him and wrapped up Lachlan. I think Vance was sandwiched in between them. He just had it. He pinned his ears back and he put the hammer down right there.
That's a 242-pound hammer. 4th and 19 for the Trojans from their own 20. 3rd punt of the night for Swenson. And he'll boot it away. Low line drive kick. Pena back will let it land. And now it bounces a couple of times. It's starting to die, and it will be downed at the Centennial 44. That was the last play of the opening quarter. At the end of 1, it's Mayfield 10, or rather, let me back up. It's Centennial 10, Mayfield nothing on 98.7 FM Classic Hits.
Number 20, Dante Lopez on the keeper.
Hawk 47-yard line. Two tight ends. Good snap to Lopez. Hands off to Gutierrez. Gutierrez hit as he gets to the 49. Pushes the pile for two more to the Trojan 49. Gain of 4 for Gutierrez. And it brings up a third down and about 3 for Centennial just across midfield at the Trojan 49.5. 11:36 to play until halftime. Tomorrow, Las Cruces takes on Carlsbad in an afternoon affair. It's a 2 p.m. kickoff. We'll have it here for you. Third down and about 4 to go. Ball just across midfield. Lopez out of the gun. Lopez fakes a handoff to Gutierrez, wants to throw, and the pass broken up at the 41-yard line, but a flag comes flying in. He tried to hit Frost. There defensively for the Trojans was Joseph Ruiz, but a flag came from the back judge. Pass interference against Mayfield.
Yeah, Ruiz made a break on the ball, and the receiver was running his route exactly where Joseph Ruiz was breaking on the ball, and they just happened to collide. It's their third offensive first down via the penalty.
All of them 15-yarders.
Yeah,
2 face masks and a pass interference. 10-0 Hawks, and they get a first down on that play down at the Trojan 35 after the pass interference. Swinson. Well, actually, I don't see him out there. I thought he was defensive back over here on the near side, but I don't think that's him. Lopez hands off to Gutierrez. Gutierrez breaks a tackle, stretches to the 32-yard line. Gain of about 3. They haven't really got him loose yet. 5 carries, 15 yards for Gutierrez. The leading rusher for the Hawks is Lopez. 5 carries, 44 yards, and a TD on our stat update brought to you by Real Man and Messia, 2nd and 7. Ball at the 32-yard line of Mayfield with 10:47 to play in the half. 10-0. Centennial with the lead. They have really dominated this game. Pena wide to the left. That's Frost wide to the right. Lopez with play action going up top. Throws low. Diving is Pena, and he makes the catch at the 19. It's a gain of 13 and a first down. Lopez 7 for 7 now. 7 for 7 for 91 yards. 1st and 10 at the Trojan 19-yard line. Frost is wide to the right. Pena wide to the left. They're in the eye. Out of the gun. Lopez hardly ever ducks underneath center. Pena goes in motion. Fake it to Pena. Lopez will keep it right end. Gets across the 15 to the 14 right off tackle. It's a gain of 5 for Dante Lopez. They run that right off the right tackle.
They're just steamrolling right now, Jeff. It's going to be very hard for Mayfield to stop Centennial unless they make some adjustments real quick.
2nd and 4. The ball is at the Trojan 14-yard line as the Hawks have opened up a 10-0 lead. Next week, Centennial takes on Las Cruces on a Saturday night. Here comes Frost in motion. Lopez hands off to Gutierrez. Gutierrez going right, finds a little alley across the 10 down to the 6. It's a gain of 8.
Again, quick hitter right up the middle with a little bit of play action in the backfield. They opened up a little lane for Gutierrez, and he snuck through there. Again, he's running hard. He's pumping his legs every time. He's been hit close to the line of scrimmage just about every time, but he's getting positive yardage on every play.
9:18 to play in the half. 10-0 Hawks. 1st and goal for the Hawks. The ball is at the Trojan 6.5-yard line. Lopez takes it, heads straight up the gut, gets past the line of scrimmage and gets past the pile up and gets down to about the 3 before he's slung down, maybe even the 2. Gain of about 5 straight ahead.
He did a good job of setting up a block right there. It looked like he was bottled up behind the line line of scrimmage, and just, you know, he was patient with the run and let the blocking develop, and was able to sneak through there for a few yards.
Second down, goal to go, just outside the 2 for the Hawks. The ball near the right hash. Ryan Ortiz in at fullback for the Hawks. They're out of the eye in the shotgun. Handoff to Gutierrez, hit by Perea. Perea got in there and wreaked havoc. No gain for Gutierrez. 3rd and goal. He's a load. That's a good play by Perea.
It was a good job of wrapping up too, Jeff. A couple of the defenders have slipped off of the running backs early from Mayfield. And Perea did a good job of holding them up for the rest of the guys to come in and gang tackle.
I think he lost a little bit. The ball's closer to the 3 than it was. 3rd down and goal. In between the 2 and the 3. Pena's wide to the left. Frost wide to the right in a 2 tight end set. No fullback this time. Lopez fakes it to Gutierrez. Goes up top. Wide open. Pass dropped and incomplete. It was a tough opportunity for Ryan Ortiz. He was lined up as a tight end, and he was uncovered. They had him fooled, but Lopez overthrew it a bit. Ortiz had lost his balance and was falling down when it got to him, and he just couldn't hang on. That's the first incompletion of the game for the Hawks.
That would have been a great catch, because you're right. He lost his footing, and he's on his way down trying to concentrate and catch the ball. I think his knee hit and kind of jolted his hands a little bit. Otherwise, he would have hung on for the touchdown right there.
10-0 Hawks. They're going to go for the chip shot field goal here. Tee down just inside the 10, so it's about a 19-yard field goal attempt. Good snap, good hold, and Padilla's kick is good. He has 2 field goals tonight. So it's 13-0 Hawks, 7:45 to play in the half. Back in a minute. You're listening to the Bulldog Trojan Night and Hawk Radio Network. Trojans did miss on a pass play with promise. They had Gavin Swinson deep, and Lachlan overshot him, or it'd have been 7 for Mayfield. But just on a snap-by-snap basis, Centennial really controlling this game. Padilla's kick is away. High end-over-end kick will be caught at the 18. Trojans fake a handoff coming. No, they did hand it off. It was Maryoun with it across the 25 and goes out of bounds up at the 30. I thought they faked the handoff, but I think it's time for some new glasses. Trojans will start at their own 30-yard line. Is there a marker down? I see that the head linesman is coming to talk to the official, J.E. Wells, the referee. 7:39 to play in the half. Face mask against Centennial. So the Hawks pick up a 15-yard.
Yeah, it looked like Maryoun's head snapped back and he got spun around there. And that basically indicates a face mask. Kids don't just run around with their head snapping around like that.
Nor do adults. Trojans need to get something going. They're down 13-zip, have done virtually nothing. It's 1st and 10 for Mayfield at the Trojan 45. Lachlan fakes a handoff. He's sandwiched for a loss. Couldn't get going. Drop him back at the 43 for a loss of 2. 2nd and 12 for Mayfield at the Trojan 43 with 7:24 to play in the half.
Basically right now, Centennial is winning the battle up front. Their defensive line is whipping up on Mayfield's offensive line. They haven't been able to create any holes for their running backs, no lanes for the quarterback. He's been scrambling on every pass play. So they really have to step up here.
2nd and 12 for the Trojans from the Mayfield 43-yard line. Lachlan wants to pass. Lachlan gets some pressure from Hernandez, steps up, nowhere to go, and he is going to be dropped for about a yard loss. Another sack for the Hawks, getting in there and wreaking havoc one more time. Edgar Hernandez. Hernandez was lined up over the left tackle for Mayfield. Just kind of bull rushed him.
He's having a heck of a game tonight, Hernandez. He came to play.
He's good, and he's a load. Big old strong guy, about 250, 260 pounds. And the Mayfield right tackle has his hands full tonight. Lachlan needs some time to get these guys down in their routes. They've shown the propensity to break open if he could get some time. 3rd and 12 for the Trojans from the Trojan 43. Lachlan wants to throw. He's going deep, going for Vance, and the pass through his hands. He was double covered, incomplete. Down at the 23-yard line. Marker down in the backfield. That was Stephen Gay, not Isaac Vance. Penalty, marker down. We'll see if it's against Centennial. Personal foul against the Centennial Hawks. Hands to the face. That's 15 yards and a first down, a new life for the Trojans. So the Hawks penalized for 30 yards in penalties on this possession. Trojans know how that feels. And the Trojans will have it at the Centennial 42-yard line with a fresh set of downs. 6:03 to play in the half. Hawks 13, Trojans nothing. I'm kind of waiting for them to start rolling out Lachlan. Hey, they're getting a pass rush. At least if you put him. I think he's comfortable doing that. 1st and 10 for the Trojans at the Centennial 43. Isaac Vance takes the handoff, tries the right side. There's absolutely nothing there. Hernandez is there, along with Cruz Chavez out of the secondary. They stop him at the 41. It's a gain of a yard for Isaac. 6 carries, 10 yards for Vance. Just had nowhere to run. There was no alley there. He did pick up a yard, 2nd and 9.
It's hard. It's hard and frustrating for a running back when you're getting the football in the backfield and you've got 4 or 5 guys bearing down on you, and there's not much room to shake and bake, try to get away, get loose, and it is frustrating.
2nd and 9 for the Trojans at the Hawk 41. Centennial 13, Mayfield nothing. Offset eye, Lachlan out of the shotgun. Good snap to Torrey. Fakes a handoff to Marion, wants to fire, going to Swinson, double covered near the goal line, and the pass is incomplete. 2 Hawks were there trying to hit Swinson down at the goal line. Flores and Zeke Ochoa were back deep. Lachlan 1 for 5 passing. Trojans have gone deep. I wonder if there's anything underneath for them. Maybe the screen game, maybe some intermediate routes, some short routes. Get Vance out in the flat, things like that. Can't really get a possession really going to get into a rhythm in their offense, though. They've tried the running game, that didn't work. They've tried the deep ball. Had an opportunity or two in it. 3rd down and 9 for the Trojans at the Centennial 41-yard line. 13-0 Hawks. And Lachlan wants to go up top, hits Austin C on a post route, and he drops it at the 30-yard line. He was wide open. Would have been a first down. So that one just flat out drop.
Yeah, that was underneath. It was a short pass, wide open. It's just they're not executing, kids. Momentum. Centennial's got all the momentum right now, and things like that tend to happen. Somebody's got the momentum, and things kind of start going against you. Let's see if it can balance out here before the end of the half.
5:06 to play in the half. 13-0 Hawks. Swinson to punt for the 4th time. Back deep is Junior Pena. He stands at the 10. Timeout Centennial. Don't know what they saw. Maybe they have a feeling a fake punt is coming. It's a good spot for one, but it's 4th and 9 at the Hawk 41-yard line. Trojans looking for some life, down 13-0. 30-second break on Classic Hits 98.7 FM.
Trojan fans, Hawk fans, don't forget to buy your game programs and your 50-50 tickets when will be announced at the end of the 3rd quarter. Mayfield High School football would like to thank Ed and Janine Trujillo for providing tonight's post-game meal. Thank you for supporting Mayfield football. Centennial High School football would like to thank Chris and Janelle Ortiz and Kim Frost for providing tonight's post-game meal. Trojan fans, check page 1 in your program. If you have the M stamp, you've just won a pizza, courtesy of Red Runner Pizza. If you're
4th and 9 for the Trojans at the Hawk 41-yard line.
located by the Northwest concession stand.
Swenson lined up in punt formation. Pena back at the 11-yard line. Looks like the Hawks have stayed in a defense here in case the Trojans fake the punt. Swenson will boot it away, going for the coffin corner. And it hits outside the 20, I think. Referee's going to march up the sideline and do the educated guess at the 22 is where Centennial will take over. 4:59 to play in the half. So Mayfield, despite 30 yards and major penalties against Centennial, stalls out. Now the Hawks have it back with 4:59 to play in the half and 2 timeouts remaining. Up 13-0. It's been all Hawks. I think you nailed it though, Dan. Right now, Centennial's winning the battle, the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, but the Trojans have some victories in that they've held the Hawks to 2 field goals to keep them in the game. 1st and 10. Dante Lopez with play action. Hits Pena at the 30, circles out of a tackle. 35, tripped up right before he got going. At the 39-yard line, do not underestimate the defensive play that Mayfield's Fernando Quino just made. Maybe saved a touchdown with that tackle on Pena, an 18-yard gain.
That was a touchdown saving tackle. He had, again, defended the first guy who came with number 15. Didn't wrap up. I don't know. It was Aaron Alvarez, I think.
Yep, you're right. 1st and 10 for the Hawks at the Hawk 40-yard line. Little swing pass, right flat, caught by Pena, picks up a block, runs into his blocker, runs into the defender and goes down. Ruiz brings him down at the line of scrimmage. Pena was trying to use the block, and then the defender kind of pushed the blocker back into Pena. Very good play by Ruiz out on the edge.
Yeah, way to stay down and shed the block right there by Ruiz. Actually pushed the blocker right back into Pena and knocked him off balance for the tackle.
4:05 to play in the half. The Hawks lead at 13-0. 2nd and 10 for the Hawks at their own 40-yard line. Lopez out of the gun. Lopez hands it off to Gutierrez coming right. Gutierrez hit as he gets going. Picks up maybe a yard. Austin C., the linebacker, shut that play down. 3rd down at about 9. 8 carries, 24 yards for Gutierrez. The Hawks haven't really run the ball all that well after that first march where they just sliced right through.
Yeah, Austin C. did a good job of filling that hole there. Came hard, stayed low, wrapped up, and was able to tackle Gutierrez there for no gain.
3rd down and about 10 to go. Lopez out of the gun, drops the pass. Lopez has time. He's slinging it long. Pena's wide open. He has it. 25 to the 20. Going to the right at the 15. Caught it around the 10. Dropped it around the 6. Alvarez. Now that was Swenson that made the tackle. They got Pena deep. They gave Lopez just enough time. They're going to mark him down at the 6-yard line. It's a gain of 54. Pena's fast. Swenson's fast.
Yeah, he got him turned around. He made a move to the outside, and Swenson bit on it. So he took the post to the middle of the field, and he was wide open. So Swenson actually had to run him down.
1st and 10 for the Hawks at the Trojan 6-yard line, up 13-0. Hand off to Gutierrez. Bounces it right. Then goes up the hash. Is tripped up as he gets to the 4. Falls forward to the 3. 2nd and goal from the 3. Trojans initially got some penetration on the right side of the Centennial line that Gutierrez wanted to attack. So he bounced it just outside of that and found a soft spot.
Made a good cut there, too. He was going to take it to the outside and planted, cut it up the field, and was able to get positive yardage.
2nd and goal for the Hawks. The ball's at the Trojan 3-yard line. Pena wide to the left. Padilla also wide to the left. Frost wide to the right. Lopez wants to go up top, firing it out left side, and it's overthrown and incomplete.
Pass is incomplete.
Trying to hit Junior Pena in the back of the end zone.
Junior Pena.
And Lopez misfired and overthrew it. Second time he's been incomplete. He's 10 for 12 for 163 yards. No TDs and no interceptions tonight. 2:03 to play at the half, 3rd and goal for the Hawks at the 3-yard line.
Well, let's see what happens here. Yeah, Mayfield was able to hold them the last drive, and it'll be a small victory if they're able to do that here. But Centennial just keeps on coming back. They're rolling.
3rd and goal from the 3. 2 tight ends for the Hawks, a receiver to each side. And they motion Frost into the backfield. Lopez will fake a handoff to Frost. He keeps it right, and he's in for a touchdown. Second TD run of the night for Dante Lopez. He now has 7 rushing TDs on the year. And Centennial's up 19-0 with 1:58 to play in the half.
Well, Lopez again running hard right there. He's hard to take down. He took a hit there in the end zone at the end of the play, but was able to make a cut and drop his shoulder and get himself into the end zone.
So after a couple of field goals, the Hawks punch it in for their second TD of the evening. Padilla's point after touchdown is good. It's Centennial 20, Mayfield nothing at the Field of Dreams. 1:58 to play until halftime on Classic Hits 98.7 FM. Welcome back. Here's the kickoff. They're going to kick it deep for the first time, and it lands a yard deep into the end zone for a touchback, so the Trojans start at their own 20. 1:58 to play in the half. 3 timeouts for the Trojans. It's Centennial 20, Mayfield nothing here at the Field of Dreams.
Well, you know, one thing that we haven't talked about a lot is the Centennial kicking game has been excellent, Jeff. They've got 2 field goals on their kickoffs. Mayfield's got some good return guys, and they've been able to keep the ball out of their hands for the most part. And when they have fielded those kickoffs, they've been able to bottle them up for, you know, not very long returns. They've had a good year as far as the return game, Mayfield has. So give Centennial a lot of credit. They came prepared today.
1st and 10 for the Trojans at the Trojan 20-yard line. Empty backfield, 4 wide receivers. Lachlan gets rid of it in a hurry, hits a receiver at the 20, 25. That's Alvarez, goes out of bounds up at the 28-yard line. And that's the first completion in the last 5 for Lachlan, who's now 2 for 7.
Well, we've been talking about it. It's there. The short game is there if they'll commit to it.
Just so tempting to hit Swinson deep, I guess.
Yeah. The problem with that is that you don't get anything out of it. At least with these short passes, that you know there's positive yardage gain.
1:53 to play in the half. 2nd and 2 for the Trojans at the Trojan 28. Again, empty backfield. Lachlan drops to pass. Has to step up because he gets a rush. He'll tuck it and run for the first down, going airborne. And he leaps to the 34-yard line. Gain of 6, and they'll move the chains.
And that's another thing that can happen when they open it up like that. It spreads the field and gives Lachlan a chance to work and make something happen, create.
1st and 10 for the Trojans at the Trojan 34-yard line with 1:30 to play in the half. Lachlan out of the shotgun, looking left side, gets rid of it in the face of a defender. It's caught by Gay. First down at the 45, goes out of bounds to stop the clock at the 47. Gain of 13. Hawks starting to get on a little roll in this 2-minute drill. Their first roll of the night. They're down 20-0. A little something before the half would be nice for the green and gold. It's been all Hawks, but they're moving it now, are the Trojans, with 1:22 to play in the half. And they're up near midfield.
It's positive right now, looking good for the Trojans. They kind of have Centennial on their heels.
So 1st and 10 for Mayfield. The ball's at the Trojan 47-yard line. Swinson comes wide to the right with Gay and Alvarez. Isaac Vance over by himself, isolated on the left side of the formation and wide to the left. Lachlan in an empty backfield. The Hawks rush 4. Lachlan steps up, buys some time, scrambles left, grabbed by the shirt tail and yanked down. Leon got in there and gets the 3rd sack of the night for the Centennial Hawks. Mayfield will take a timeout. 1:12 to play in the half. 30-second break. Hawks 20, Trojans nothing on Classic Hits 98.7 FM.
Timeout, Mayfield.
So Mayfield's been sacked 3 times. 2 for Hernandez, and Leon just picked up his first. Linebacker, junior, 180-pounder. He's been lining up as a defensive end a lot of times. 1:12 to play in the half. Centennial 20, Mayfield nothing. Trojans have 2 timeouts left. They just spent one after the sack. It's 2nd and 13. Mayfield has the ball at the Trojan 44-yard line. Mayfield has a tight end to the left, 3 receivers to the right, 1 flanked wide to the left in Vance. And Lachlan wants to throw, has to step up, going deep over the middle. Gay wide open. He has to slow down to catch it, catches it with his back to the end zone, turns around, hits up the hash, he's going to score. Touchdown, Mayfield. 56-yard TD pass from Lachlan to Gay. Centennial with a coverage bust. The throw was underthrown a bit. Very nice job by Gay to turn around, catch it, secure it. Then he had to get the full head of steam going again, but found his way into the end zone.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of route he ran, because I was looking at Torrey step up in the pocket. He actually did a good job of stepping up, and Stephen Gay was able to break free. And like you said, it was underthrown a little bit, but he made a good move and cutting back across the field to be able to take that to the house.
Snap is good. The hold is good. Conaway's kick is good. 1:02 to play in the half. Well, the Trojans have been trying to hit the deep ball, and they finally do. Hawks 20, Trojans 7. 1:02 to play in the half on 98.7 FM, Classic Hits, and LCPS TV. We want to welcome those of you viewing. Back after this. So the Trojans were down 4 scores to none, but for their case in this ball game, 2 of them were field goals. And down 20-0. Really hadn't done much. 4 plays, 80 yards. Lachlan to Gay, 56-yard TD pass. And it's a 13-point ball game, and so momentum over on the Trojan sideline for the first time tonight. And here's Conaway's kick for Mayfield, and he'll boot it deep, and it'll sail to the goal line. And they'll call it a touchback. Is trying to bring it out.
It goes into the end zone. Touchback.
Flores for the Hawks. Oh, that's Washburn, I beg your pardon. Washburn wanted to bring it out. The ball's got to go into the end zone. He kind of was straddling the goal line, but J.E. Wells was right there.
Coming up at halftime, we'll have the
Centennial will take it at the 20 with 1:02 to play in the half. Two timeouts for the Hawks.
Well, Mayfield found some success with the short game there, Jeff. We've been talking about it, and it's been there for them.
Yeah, the drive started with a 9-yard pass, then they had a 13-yard pass, and then the bomb to Gay for 56 yards. But 3 completions in a row for Lachlan on that 4-play march. And they look better now.
Yeah.
Funny what little momentum will do for you. We'll see if the Hawks can move it in the 2-minute drill themselves on 1st and 10 at the 20. Dante Lopez drops the pass, rolling left. Now he's going to step up in the face of a pass rush. They sack him for the first time. Getting in there for the Trojans, Alberto Estrada, the senior. Timeout Hawks, 49 seconds to play in the half. 20-7 Hawks on Classic Hits 98.7 FM, back in 30 seconds.
Timeout.
Seconds to play in the half. 20-0. The Hawks with the lead over the Trojans. First ever meeting between these two schools. Lopez wants to throw. Tucks it, heads straight ahead. He's going to be dropped at the 17. No gain. Third down for the Hawks. 33 seconds to play in the half. The Hawks are up 13.
No gain. Third down.
First down yardage, the 30. Now the Trojans will take a timeout. Interesting. That leaves Mayfield with 1 timeout. 26 seconds to play in the half. Hawks by 13. We'll keep it here. See if I can find some scores. El Dorado leads Sandia 21-7. 6:25 left in the half. I found a score.
I got Hobbs 28, Gadsden 6 with 4:36 left in the first half.
That's about all I have right now. Usually I got more than this in the old. I'm on a text chain. Where are you getting those from? Oh, you're getting those from us. Why am I not getting those from us? There's some good games around the state tonight. This is probably, to me, the marquee matchup in the state. Tomorrow, Cruces and Carlsbad play, 2 p.m. kickoff. I'll have it for you right here on 98.7 FM. About 10 till 2. We'll take the air. Third down for the Hawks and 13 at the Hawks 17-yard line. Pena goes in motion. Fake handoff to him. Lopez will keep, gets into the secondary. 35, he's got the 40 and brought down at the 42. Huge gain. Gain of 25. Keeps them from having to punt. And now the Hawks will spend the timeout. Mayfield spent the timeout prior to that. Then the Hawks get the big running play, so they spend the timeout. The scoreboard just went out. And the scoreboard just came back to life. Boy, when that thing goes dark, it is noticeable, especially in a night game. Had problems earlier in the year with the scoreboard. They seem to have been ironed out, but it just went off for a moment there. A little power loss to the scoreboard. 20-7, the Hawks lead at 18 seconds to play in the half. The Hawks are out of timeouts. Hatch leads Socorro 33-14 with 43 seconds left in the second quarter in that ball game. Roswell 16, Alamogordo 13 in the second quarter. All right, Hawks are ready to go. 1st and 10 at their own 42, out of timeouts. Lopez fakes a handoff left, rolls right, fires to the sideline, caught near midfield. They're going to roll the clock. Pena caught it, and then he stepped out of bounds. Aaron Ocampo trying to get an explanation on why the clock's rolling, but the clock has expired. Ocampo saying, hey, Pena went out of bounds. It's halftime. So whatever the explanation is, the clock has expired. We're at the half. It's Centennial 20, Mayfield 7. Coach Ocampo has something finally to be upset about. He's wondering why the official wound the clock after the catch. I think it's because he was coming back to the ball, caught it, then stepped out of bounds.
I don't know if there's a rule that you have to be going forward when you run out of bounds, because he was going backwards. And yeah, that's interesting.
Anyway, they continue to debate it. Meanwhile, everybody else is headed into the locker room. We're at the half. It's the Hawks 20, the Trojans 7 on 98.7 FM. Classic Hits. Back with some halftime activities after this. It's a 10-7 second quarter. For
time now to recognize the senior cheerleaders for Mayfield High School. First up, Allison Isaacs. She's being represented by John Robles and Victoria Isaacs. Alyssa Harrison, being escorted by Chris and Sherry Harrison. Amanda Herrera, being escorted by Paul Herrera. Bridget Rodriguez, with Joe and Renee Rodriguez. Emma Gia, with Jimmy Galas and Brandy Gia. James Varela, with Rick and Yvette Varela. Lexi Rael, with Jason and Naomi Rael. Mariah Enriquez, with Gary and Libby Enriquez. Stephanie Lagarita, with Hector Lagarita and Susan Kirker. Sydney McGuire, with Dave and Roma McGuire. And Trevor Bass with Ralph and Diane Bass. Big round of applause for all the senior cheerleaders. Now, ladies and gentlemen, your Mayfield Trojans will be performing for your halftime show, followed by your Mayfield High School marching band. The Trojans are led by head coach Brandy Urieta. Big round of applause for the Mayfield Trojans. Las Cruces Public School probably presents the pride of Mayfield High School, the Trojan Marching Band. Band section leaders are Adriana Robles, Tiffany Spence, Angel Albertson, Veronica Frausto, Aaron Butler, Zach Gibbs, Dawson Manicky, Brennan Ramsey, Kyle Lindley, John Meets, Bianca Borunda, Akron Holloway, Sam Roybal, Kene Gamboa, Isabella Bancomo, and Alex Hernandez. Section of the week is the clarinets. Students of the week are Sandy Arce, Haley Baker, Kene Gamboa, and Melody Wong. The Trojan Marching Band would like to continue to dedicate their 2016 marching season to Mr. Ross Ramsey, Mayfield's first director of bands. The band's 2016 marching contest is entitled Green, featuring It Ain't Easy Being Green, Green Sleeves, the music of Aaron Copeland and Percy Granger. Drum majors are Jacob Hammond and Adriana Mendenball. Mayfield fans, Centennial fans, who's ready for the solo? Kick goes into the end zone. Touchback. Las Cruces Public School Athletics would like to extend sincere thanks to Las Cruces Orthopedic Associates for their continued support of the athletic programs. They are the primary providers for the orthopedic health care and event coverage for the student athletes of our high schools. Thank you for putting our student athletes first. Gain of 6. Second down and 4. Pass is deflected. Incomplete. Punt is down at the 34. On the carry. Gain of 5. Second down and 5. Pass is complete to number 5, Stephen Ye. Third down and 4. Centennial, 1st and 10 at the 35. The Buckland Construction, White Sands Federal Credit Union, and Suspara Dealership. Hawk fans and Trojan fans, don't forget to get your 50-50 tickets. The winner will be announced at the beginning of the 4th quarter. Once again, get your 50-50 tickets. Number 27, Dominic Ruby. Passes incomplete. Intended for number 14, Austin C. First and 10, Trojans. Number 52, Centennial. Locksley on the scramble, flag in the play. Holding, Mayfield. Locksley on the scramble. Out of bounds at the 25. Third down and long. Timeout, Mayfield. 4. Second. Gain of 6. Second down and 4. Walkley on the keeper. Tackle made by number 26, Josiah Lee. Third down and 2. On the keeper. First and 10, Trojans. Gain of 2. Second down and 8. Walkley on the scramble. Loss on the play. Third down and 10. Timeout, Mayfield. Number 6, Isaac Bates. First and 10, Trojans. Torrey Laughlin on the keeper. Second down and 6. He goes into the end zone. Touchback.
Centennial comes to the line of scrimmage. First and 10 off the 20-yard line. The Hawks into the field. Motions into the backfield. Takes a handoff. Going right to the 20. Gets a tackler at the 23. Shakes a tackler at the 25. And they run him out of bounds at the 27-yard line. He is 7 on Pena's first carry of the night. 2nd and 3.
Good job of Pena there being slippery. It looked like he was going to be tackled at about the 24-yard line. Was able to spin off another tackle and then dipped another one and was able to get to the 27-yard line for a 7-yard gain.
So it's 2nd and 3 for the Hawks at their own 27-yard line. Ball's on the right hash. Frost goes in motion. Handoff to Gutierrez. Gutierrez hit behind the line. They keep the pile pushing, though, and get close to the first down up at the 30. Gain of about 3 for Gutierrez. Should push him over the 100-yard mark because he had that 65-yard run on their last possession, which was a quick possession. It was a one-play possession for a TD. Should be a first down as the nose of the ball's at the 30.
Yeah, those quick strikes, those big plays, they're good and bad because on the one hand you score the points, but then on the other, if your defense has been on the field, they're right back on it.
2:14 to play in the third. Out of the shotgun, Dante Lopez sends Frost in motion. Fakes a handoff to him, and he's going to throw the deep ball. Going deep is Pena. He's got to wait for it. The caroms off his chest as he's turned around and trying to catch it, running backwards, and it falls away incomplete down at the 30-yard line. Good effort by Pena. Lopez 0 for 2 passing in the second half. They haven't had a whole lot of snaps.
That was a great play by, who was it? Aaron Alvarez that was defending on that play. Great play. The ball's in the air, and he's just reading the receiver's eyes. As the receiver gets his hands up, it's so easy to get called for pass interference and sticking your hand up too quick, but just at the very last minute, he was able to block that ball, knock it out.
So it's 2nd and 10 for the Hawks. The ball at the Centennial 30. They're up 6 with 2:04 to play in the third quarter. Dante Lopez marks him out. Dante fakes it to Gutierrez, wants to throw. The pass is juggled and incomplete at midfield. Padilla had a chance to catch it, then Ruiz had a chance to intercept it, and it falls harmlessly to the turf. And Lopez is 0 for 3 passing here in the second half.
That was dangerous. It was a good defensive play and almost a great offensive reception there by Padilla for Centennial. Both him and Ruiz had a chance to catch that ball, and everybody's lucky that ball just went incomplete.
Trojan fans trying to help out the Trojan D. It's 3rd and 10 for the Hawks from the Centennial 30. Centennial leads it by 6. Lopez, straight drop to pass. He's flush left. Now he goes right. Slings it off to Gutierrez, who catches it. 25 to the 30, banged down hard at the 31-yard line. All that for a gain of a yard. And it's 4th and 9. Good job just to get rid of the ball by Lopez.
That was. They had him in the grasp. I believe that was number 81 for Mayfield.
That's Armendariz.
Armendariz had him wrapped up right there. And it looked like when Gutierrez caught the ball, he went down to a knee, but the official didn't see that.
4th and 9 for the Hawks from the Hawk 31-yard line. Isaac Vance, the deep man, to receive the punt. Good snap. They come after it, and they get it away. Line drive kick. Vance catches it at the 33 to the 35. Collision at the 40 brought down there. So good field position for Mayfield. About a 9-yard return for Isaac Vance. 1:05 to play in the third quarter. Mayfield's down 6 with a chance on this possession to go take the lead.
On the northeast corner of the concourse. You have 5 minutes to report.
At one time in this game, it was 20-0 Centennial. It's now 27-21 Centennial. Trojans have it 1st and 10 at the Trojan 40-yard line. Torrey Lachlan and Isaac Vance in the backfield in the shotgun. Lachlan fields, turns one way, Vance goes the other, broken play. Lachlan getting out of it what he can. It's going to be pretty good, straight up the gut. He picks up 5 to the 45. Lachlan kind of went to hand off to Vance, opening up to his left, and Vance went by him on the right side, and they missed the handoff.
I think they tricked the defense on that one, along with themselves. But good job of Torrey to put his shoulder down and get as many yards as he could on that play.
2nd and 5 for the Trojans. The ball is at the Trojan 45-yard line. Swinson wide to the left. Gay is wide to the right. 2 tight ends for Mayfield. And a fake handoff. Lachlan keeping to the left. Breaks a tackle. 45 to the 50. Gets a block downfield. 45 runs out of bounds. Marker down. He's run out of bounds at the Trojan 40. The marker came at the end of the play at the Trojan 43-yard line. Mike Bradley asking the official that threw the flag, what you got?
They're going to get the receiver for a hold here on the Trojan sideline.
Markers at the 43, which would push the Trojans back to their own 47. It'd still be about a gain of 2 on the play. So a 10-yard penalty against Mayfield. But it's a net gain of 2 on the play, and they get the down over. So I guess you give Lachlan 12 yards, and then they mark off the 10-yard penalty, and it's a net of 2. 2nd and 3 for the Trojans at their own 47. Very late third quarter now with 20 seconds to play in the third. The Hawks 27, the Trojans 21. It's turned into a barn burner here. Stephen Gay goes wide to the right. Swenson comes wide to the left on 2nd and short. Low snap to Lachlan, hands it to Vance. 2nd level, spins, he's loose, 45 to the 40. Hit and dropped at the 40-yard line. Good open field tackle. Stopping the play, Adam Flores, but not until Vance has a first down after a gain of 13.
Number 6, Isaac Vance.
13 carries, 55 yards, and a TD for Vance, who had 10 yards at the half. So they're getting him going.
Well, and then you got to credit that offensive line. We were kind of hard on them in the first half, but right now they're staying on their blocks, and they're actually wearing down that Centennial defense.
1st and 10 for Mayfield at the Centennial 40. Whistle blows. We're at the end of 3. Centennial 27, Mayfield 21 at the end of 3 on 98.7 FM Classic Hits. How many plays do they run? 3 on this drive or 2? 3. Doesn't matter. Whatever I say it is, it is. But I liked it.
If you are the winner, you have 5 minutes to report to the Mayfield merchandise table. Check that. The press box. You have 5 minutes to report to the press box to claim your winnings. Green ticket, number 8, 575 459 575 459. You have 5 minutes to report to the press box. The announcers to claim your prize.
Welcome back, 4th quarter. 1st and 10 for Mayfield at the Centennial 40-yard line. Lachlan hands it to Vance. Vance straight ahead, puts down his head and fights to the 36-yard line. Gain of 4 for Vance on his 14th carry of the night. 59 yards for Vance. Our stat updates are brought to you by a real man in Messi, and it's 2nd and 4 for the Trojans at the Centennial 35.5-yard line. 11:38 to play in the game. The Trojans have spent 2 of their 3 timeouts already in the second half. Centennial has its full complement of timeouts, all 3 of them. So on 2nd and 5.5, Alvarez comes wide to the right, twins to the short side of the field, the left. Marune takes the handoff, goes left, makes a guy miss, gets to the edge, big collusion shy of the first down. Marune runs through the contact and gets to the 30, which will be very close to a first down after a gain of about 5.5 yards, which is exactly what he needed. They'll move the chains. Good run on his first carry of the second half.
That was a good run. He got out to the outside there and was able to find that pylon and run for it and was able to get the first down.
11:16 to play in the game. Centennial 27, Mayfield 21. Hawks led it 20-0 and were dominating the game at one point in the first half. Mayfield's had a big second half effort. Centennial crowds the line of scrimmage on 1st and 10. Lachlan fakes to Vance. He's grabbed and going to be yanked down back at the 35-yard line. Cruz Chavez shot in there and yanks him down for a loss of 4.
Cruz Chavez with a good job of wrapping up Torrey Lachlan. He gets, kind of hard to tackle out there in the backyard. He's got good moves. Torrey's a big kid. He goes about 6'2", 200 pounds. He's a big, tall quarterback.
2nd and 14 for Mayfield at the Centennial 34-yard line. And a flag flies. J.E. Wells, the referee.
Flag in the play.
Ineligible huddle. I think it's the 12 men in the huddle thing. Mayfield's barking at one of the receivers. It's either that or he didn't have his mouthpiece in.
I think that was the illegal participation, the 12 men on the field.
It always looks to me like they're pledging their allegiance to the Federation, and so I have to find out from JE. And different referees use different signals sometimes. 10-yard penalty moves, or actually the 5-yard penalty was 70 yards in penalties for Mayfield unofficially. Mayfield has it at the 39. First down yardage is the 20, so it's 2nd and 19. Lachlan to throw, hangs on to it, waits till his receiver comes out of his break. He makes the grab, but he was out of bounds, says the referee standing right there. Gabe made the catch at around the 27, but the official standing right there said incomplete. He wasn't in bounds, didn't get a foot down. So it's 3rd and long for Mayfield. They've seen him convert when it was 2nd and 30 tonight, and 3rd and 24 tonight, and 4th and 10 tonight. Now they're another tough spot for the Trojans. 3rd and 19 at the 39. 10-16 to play in the game. The Hawks by 6. Gay wide to the right. Swenson's wide to the left with another receiver. Vance in the backfield with Lachlan. Snap about knee high, drops the pass, setting up a screen to Vance. He has it. Renaud misses the tackle at the 40. Vance at the 35, coming across the field, tripped up as he gets to the 30-yard line by Lopez with a nice open field tackle. Then a flag flies way after the play. Another flag flies way after the play. It would have been 4th and 10 if this play stands. We'll see what the markers are. There's 2 of them down. They came well after the play. Trojans are clapping, which I don't know if that means anything. Right now it's a gain of 8. Blowers is leaving the game. Now he's coming back in the game. Dead ball, personal foul, Centennial. Dead ball, personal foul, Mayfield. So they're offsetting. Do you run the play over? Does it count? No, the play will count. So it's a gain of 8.
Ball, yeah.
And that brings up 4th down for Mayfield and about 10 at the 30. They need the 20 for a first down. Referee signaling. He's trying to find out the down with everything that went on there.
It was 3rd down, dead ball. Should be 4th down here.
J.E. Wells checking with the stick man. Aaron Ocampo saying it's 4th down. I'm not so sure if the officials maybe haven't lost track of what down it should be. They're trying to figure it out. 10:06 to play in the game. Centennial 27, Mayfield 21. On the Vista College scoreboard, Jeff Matthews with Daniel Dominguez. Good crowd here on hand. Saw Centennial score on its first 4 possessions tonight to take a 20-0 lead late into the second quarter before Mayfield got a 56-yard pass from Lachlan to Gay for a TD to make it a 20-7 game with 1:02 to play in the half. Mayfield in the second half has outscored Centennial 14-7 to cut it to 6. They have the ball 4th and 10 at the 30-yard line now. Officials are explaining to the Trojan coaching staff the situation. It's 4th and 10 for Mayfield at the Centennial 30. Had to check with all the other officials, but they've settled on the fact it's 4th down, which is right. They are correct. Now the linesman comes into J.E. Wells and says something. 4th and 10, he just blew the ready for play. So the play clock is running. Mayfield shifting in a bunch of different personnel here. 4th and 10 for the Trojans at the Hawk 30-yard line with 10:06 to play in the game. And the Hawks are up 6, the Trojans with the football. They need the 20-yard line for a first down. 4 wide receivers for the Trojans, no tight end. Lachlan back to pass. Lachlan in trouble, flushed right, buys some time, goes left, dances around, cuts back to the right. Now he's just going to have to run it and get what he can. He's going to be stopped at the 28. He was running for his life most of that play. And they stop him at the 28. Chavez is hurt for Centennial. Sanchez was giving chase. They got a good pass rush on him. There is a flag down at the 27-yard line, though, which was about 3 yards upfield. So Chavez is shaken up on the play over near the Trojan sideline.
Well, you called it. Torrey was running for his life there. the protection broke down. Of course, credit Centennial secondary for sticking to their receivers and making Torrey scramble out of there. Gave the defensive line time to put pressure on him, and he did the best he could on that play. There wasn't much there for him.
Face mask against Centennial. Penalty against Mayfield. That penalties are going to offset. They're going to get 4th down over again.
Wow.
So a penalty on the Hawks for a face mask. A penalty against Mayfield as well. I didn't see what they got called for. And because of the 2 penalties, they're going to offset, and it's going to be 4th and 10 again.
Mayfield got called for a block in the back as Torrey was peeling across the field there.
He peeled, and he peeled some more, and then he peeled some more. He was peeling like an onion. But it was one of the best 3-yard runs you'll ever see. I mean, it really was spectacular. It's just that he needed 10. It wouldn't have mattered anyway because the penalties were going to make it an offsetting situation anyway, and they're going to have to run the play over.
Ended up running about 25 yards in both directions except north-south.
Aaron Ocampo requiring a long conversation. So they'll bring it back to the 30. And it's 4th and 10 again for the Trojans. The problem for Mayfield when they wanted to pass the ball is can they protect Torrey Lachlan and give him enough time to find somebody? They get a do-over here. It's 4th and 10 at the 30-yard line for the Trojans. Good snap to Lachlan. Back to pass. Lachlan steps up, heaves it for the end zone. Alvarez is open, and it's overthrown and incomplete. He got deep on him. Lachlan overshot him in the end zone, and it's Centennial football up 6 with 9:48 to play in the game.
Well, the receiver broke open there. It was just, these deep passes, it's hard to be accurate, especially when you're under pressure for most of the night. You can't get very comfortable, and your timing is off, and, it's just the percentage of completions on those isn't very good.
9:48 to play in the game. Hawks take over the ball at their own 30 after stopping the Trojans on downs. Lopez out of the shotgun. Fields the snap. Hands it to Joaquin Gutierrez. Joaquin behind his center and right guard. Punches it up to the 34-yard line. 2nd down and 6 for the Centennial Hawks. Getting up off the bottom of the pile for the Trojans. Michael Villa. 2nd and 6. Gutierrez now with 105 yards rushing on 13 carries. Most of those on one tote. He had a 65-yard run on Centennial's first possession of the second half. Junior Pena flanked wide to the left. Frost is flanked wide to the right. 7 in the box for the Trojans. Here comes Frost in motion. Handoff to Gutierrez on the counter, and he's really popped as he gets out to the edge. Does a good job to fight for a yard, even though he was popped at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 5 for the Hawks at their own 35.
Gain of 1, 3rd down and 5.
8:44 to play in the game. The Hawks by 6. Hawks in no hurry with the lead. Taking their time wig-wagging the play into the offense. They never huddle. I'd suggest they might as well huddle as stand around and look to the sideline the way they are, but this works for them. And now they'll spend a timeout. Flag flew as they called for the timeout. I think they'll get the timeout without the flag. So it'll be 3rd and 5 and return in 30 seconds. Hawks 27, Trojans 21, 8:20 still to play in this game. You're listening to Classic Hits 98.7 FM.
On the Mayfield side as well. 50-50. Mayfield High School football would like to thank Ed and Janine Trujillo for providing tonight's post-game meal. Thank you for supporting Mayfield football. Centennial High School football would like to thank Chris and Janelle Ortiz and Kim Frost for providing tonight's post-game meal.
Welcome back, Jeff Matthews along with Daniel Dominguez. 8:20 to play in the game. It's City Rivalry Month. Mayfield and Centennial tonight. Cruces and Centennial next week. The Bulldogs take on Carlsbad tomorrow afternoon first, though. then Oñate and Cruces, then Oñate and Centennial, then Mayfield and Cruces, all in the next month. Third down, 5 to go for the Hawks at their own 35, up 6. Lopez to the air, fires, and the pass is caught. Does he have a first down? It looks like he does. Frost made the grab right at the line they needed to gain.
Pass is complete.
First down.
First and
They needed 5, they got 5. Keep in mind, Mayfield spent 2 of their timeouts in the second half already. There's 8:09 and counting to play in the game. Centennial by 6 with a first down at the Centennial 40-yard line. Pena flanked wide to the left. Frost flanked wide to the right. 2 tight ends for the Hawks. Gutierrez and Lopez in the backfield. Here comes Frost in motion. Lopez will fake it to him and go right. Not much there. Marker flies in. Lopez stopped after about a 2-yard gain. Gang tackled by the Trojans.
Lopez on the keeper.
Ruiz in there for the Trojans. Lopez slow in getting up. That's their quarterback. And they run everything through Lopez, and he's laying on the turf shaking up right now. There is a marker down.
Flag of the play.
Daryl Wooten, the Centennial trainer, longtime Las Cruces High trainer, went over to Centennial when it opened. Goes out to check on Dante Lopez. Their backup is Noah Bartlett.
Good hard run by Lopez. I don't know what happened there on the bottom of the pile. He may just have his wind knocked out.
That's not much fun.
No, it's not.
Penalties against Centennial, so this play is coming back. They're stepping off a 10-yard penalty back to the Centennial 33. And their quarterback is laying on the turf being checked on by the athletic training staff at the 42-yard line. They're not doing much, which makes me think you might be right. Well, now he's got his hand over his face mask and his hand underneath his neck. And he's being very cautious. So, we'll just let it play out. 7:44 to play in the game. The Hawks are up 6. If you're just tuning in, this game started off with really Centennial owning the first 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, they really came out on fire tonight and just pretty much had their way with the Mayfield defense. Their offense looked spectacular early on in the game.
After one quarter, Centennial had 127 yards to Mayfield's 15. And it looked like this thing might get out of hand when it was 20-0. Centennial had scored on all 4 of its first 4 possessions. However, then Mayfield hit the big bomb from Lachlan to Gay for 56 yards. And Mayfield had a little life, a little momentum, went to the locker room down 13. Then they got the big long run from Lachlan, the 59-yard run to cut it to 6. Centennial immediately answered with a 65-yard run from Gutierrez to go up 13. Then Mayfield went on a 13-play march of 75 yards with Isaac Vance going 8 yards for a TD. Scoring with 2:50 to play in the third quarter, cutting to 6. And Centennial had to punt. Then Mayfield had a nice drive but turned it over on downs. And applause as Dante Lopez gets up. Daryl Wooten cautious with the situation, but good to see Dante Lopez walking to the sideline with Daryl Wooten, the longtime athletic trainer here, assisting him to the sideline, though Lopez going off under his own steam. They start the clock. They shouldn't have, I don't think, because they marked off a hold. But the clock is rolling. First down for the Hawks in 17. New quarterback in there is Bartlett. Bartlett hands off to Gutierrez. Gutierrez bounces it right. Gutierrez to the sideline, gets up to the 40 and knocked down there. It'll be second down and about 10. Got back most of what they needed to get back to the original line of scrimmage. Maybe a little, might even have gotten an extra yard. No, they're going to plop it right at the 40. Gain of 7. Second and 10 for the Hawks. The ball at the Centennial 40-yard line. Junior Pena wide to the left. Frost wide to the right. Bartlett at quarterback with Gutierrez behind him in the shotgun. Here comes Frost. Fake handoff to Frost, handoff to Gutierrez going right, gets to the second level, hit at the 45, falls forward to the 47. Gain of 7.
24. Joaquin Gutierrez.
3rd and 3 for the Hawks.
I really don't think that you're going to see anything different than these runs to Gutierrez. That's what I would do. You have a backup quarterback into the game late. You have to get conservative here, and that's what Centennial's doing. Fortunately for them, Gutierrez is popping off 7 runs a carry.
3rd down and 3 for the Centennial Hawks at the Centennial 47-yard line. Rick Tripp in the backfield, in the eye with Gutierrez. Pena's wide to the left on 3rd and 3. Good snap to Bartlett. Fakes it to Gutierrez, fires it outside, and it's knocked away, incomplete, trying to hit Rick Tripp out in the flat. That'll stop the clock, and more importantly for the Trojans, they're going to get off the field, presumably, unless they go for it. Ball knocked away by Mateo Perea. Nice play from the defensive end for the Trojans.
Mateo Perea, he's had a good year this year. He's involved in a lot of the plays, and here he is again, knocking a very important 3rd down attempt down.
So it's 4th and 3 for the Hawks from their own 47 with 6:02 to play in the game. Bartlett lines up to go for it. Maybe another quick kick. We'll see. 4th and 3 at their own 47. And he will quick kick it away. Nobody back deep for the Trojans. It hits at the 20, rolls inside the 10, starting to die at the 5, rolls to the 1, and they grab it at the 1-inch line. And that's where they're going to give it to Mayfield. Well, he couldn't do it any better than that. That's unbelievable.
That was perfect. That's exactly what you want the punt to do. And
Pena downed it. So Mayfield's going to start inside their 1. 5:54 to play in the game. They need a 99-yard drive to go take the lead. So the Trojans all come from the huddle out to the football. With 5:54 to play in the game, Centennial 27, Mayfield 21. Lachlan will duck underneath center. He's been in the shotgun most of the night. Trojans come out in the eye on 1st and 10 at their own 1. Lachlan calls. Lachlan will fake it to Vance. Wants to throw it from 5 yards deep at his end zone. He's going for Swinson, and he has it. 40 to the 50 to the 40. He's pulling away to the 30 to the 20 to the 10. Touchdown Mayfield. A 99-yard pass from Torrey Lachlan to Gavin Swinson, and we're tied. Are you kidding me?
You know, when they came up to the line of scrimmage, I had a sneaky suspicion they might try to do that. And they had single coverage down here on Swinson, and that ball was perfectly placed. That's the thing about that long pass. You always take a chance. You know, the completion percentage is lower than that short, secure 10 to 5-yard pass. But, man, Torrey put that ball on the money, and Gavin Swinson really turned on the Jets to score that touchdown.
Did he ever? That was Junior Pena chasing him. PAT for the lead. The kick is on the way from Conaway, and it's good. The Mayfield Trojans down 20-0 at one time. Take the lead with 5:42 to play in the game. A 99-yard TD pass from Torrey Lachlan to Gavin Swinson. Mayfield 28. Centennial 27, 5:42 to play in the game. A 30-second break. Trojan and Hawk football continues after this. So the Trojans down 20-0 at one time have taken the lead at 28-27. A 99-yard pass from Lachlan to Swinson. He caught it out near midfield. and then pulled away from Junior Pena.
And they were running side by side. I thought Pena would have dove at his feet or something to try to prevent them from doing that, but you know, Swinson just turned on that second gear and ended up going away for the touchdown.
Well, I was thinking Laughlin might quarterback sneak it out of there. I mean, they duck him under center. I give you every indication. They get in the eye like they're going to try to punch it out of there and buy some daylight. Line drive kick by Conaway drives the Hawks back into the end zone for a touchback.
And they went on a long count. If you notice, it took a little longer to snap the ball. Mayfield usually comes up to the ball and snaps it, you know, within a couple of seconds. And they went in on an extra long count, and it kind of threw the Centennial defense off. They were packed in there trying to stop the run and kind of neglected the outside. They left man coverage out here, and, you know, perfect pass, perfect play, perfect call.
So it's 1st and 10 for the Hawks. The ball at the Centennial 20-yard line. Bartlett's in at quarterback for the Hawks. Gutierrez in the backfield with them. Receiver to each side for Centennial. Bartlett sends Frost in motion. Fakes a handoff to him. He's going deep over the middle. Pena trying to catch up to it at midfield, and it's incomplete. Coverage from Torrey Laughlin. Isaac Vance is in the secondary as well. And it's 2nd down and 10 for the Hawks at their own 20-yard line.
I was going to mention, I saw Torrey in the last series. He was playing cornerback down here on the right side for Mayfield, and I believe that's since the first game of the year. This is his first time playing defense.
2nd and 10 for the Hawks at their own 20-yard line with 5:37 to play in the game. Noah Bartlett in the eye out of the gun. Frost comes in motion into the backfield. Handoff to Gutierrez going right. Has penetration. Stops, cuts back. Finds a little lane. Gets across the line of scrimmage to the 24. Stop there. Going to bring up 3rd down and 6. Really good run by Gutierrez. They had him hemmed in for a loss. And he turns a loss into a gain of 4. But it's 3rd and 6 for the Hawks, who seem to be limited in offense, of course, with the injury to their 2-year starting quarterback, Dante Lopez, who's over on the bench, and Noah Bartlett's taken over. Bartlett, a 5'10", 192-pound junior for Centennial. Passing down here on 3rd and 6 is the Trojan crowd alive over here on the western side. Pena wide to the left. Frost wide to the right. Bartlett drops the pass. Trojans are blitzing. Bartlett throws it complete to Gutierrez at the 25, block to the 30, to the 35, puts down his head, and he's knocked down up at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16 on a screen to Gutierrez.
That's an excellent call by Centennial there. Bartlett was able to sell the fake in the backfield, and it drew the Mayfield defensive line in, and Gutierrez was able to sneak behind them just to get that 1st down.
Lopez with an ice bag on his left shoulder. He's out of his pads over on the Centennial sideline. Bartlett just got him a 1st down on 3rd and 6. Bartlett going to the air on 1st and 10. Bartlett looks right, pulls it down, fires left, and the pass is juggled. It's caught but out of bounds and incomplete. Padilla hauled it in, but he was out of bounds. Torrey Laughlin made a play on the ball, was thinking INT. And it was tipped, and then the receiver Padilla came down with it, but he had gone out of bounds before he caught it, so it's incomplete. Clock stops with 4:14 to play in the game. Mayfield 28, Centennial 27. The Trojans were down 20-0 at one time, late in the 2nd quarter. Laughlin comes out. Swinson goes in at defensive back for the Trojans. 2nd and 10 for Centennial. Bartlett calls for the ball. Play action, going to the air. Pass to Pena, overthrown and incomplete at the 46-yard line. Good effort by Pena to haul it in, but it was overthrown. Bartlett's 1 for 5 for 16 yards so far. That makes it 3rd down and 10 for the Hawks at the Hawk 40-yard line with 4:09 to play in the game. Timeout situation, 2 for Centennial, 1 for Mayfield.
You know, that was a good call again by the Centennial offense. Pena was there. Bartlett's just a little excited and kind of overthrowing that ball right now.
3rd down and 10. Hawks have it at their own 40-yard line. Bartlett with play action, wants to throw. Has time, fires long over the middle to Pena, and it's broken up at the 28-yard line. Pass underthrown. Pena had to turn around for it. Isaac Vance broke it up. Pena had him beat at one time, but while the ball was in the air, Vance recovered. It was underthrown a little bit. And Pena tried to make the grab, adjusting to it, but Vance broke it up. 4th and 10 for the Hawks at their own 40.
That's good closing speed there by Isaac Vance because he was beat. Pena was behind him. The ball was underthrown, fortunately for him, and he got his hand in his face, right? Knocks the ball out right as it arrives. Was able to make that an incomplete pass.
Hawks are going to go for it on 4th and 10. Maybe they'll quick kick. Nobody's back deep for the Trojans. They've quick kicked a couple of times tonight. 4th and 10 for the Hawks at their own 40. They're going to go for it. Good snap to Bartlett. Bartlett has all day. Bartlett's going to heave it deep. Pass one-on-one out there. Juggled and incomplete, but a flag flies. Going for Frost. Ruiz in coverage down at the 23-yard line, and the back judge has thrown a flag.
I thought that was a good defensive play by the defensive back. Again, he arrives right there, but the official, it's a judgment call, and unfortunately for Mayfield, they get the pass interference, and fortunately for Centennial, they get the first down.
So on 4th and 10, the Hawks are going to convert via the pass interference penalty, which in high school is a 15-yard penalty. Mike Bradley asking for an audience with the back judge who threw the flag. But this will move the Hawks to the Trojan 45. 3:55 to play in the game. The Trojans 28, the Hawks 27. That's the Trojan fans. You hear, that's their opinion of the call. It's 1st and 10 for the Hawks at the Trojan 45. Bartlett back to pass, looking left sideline, fires, perfect pass, hauled in by Junior Pena. He went out of bounds at the Trojan 35. It's a gain of 10. That was a well-thrown ball.
And he threw it before the receiver came out of his cut. Good timing, everything looked perfect right there. Good job by Noah Bartlett.
3:49 to play in the game. The Hawks are down 1 to the Trojans. It's 1st and, second and inches, actually. Bartlett going to the air on 2nd and inches. He's going deep, man's open, caught, touchdown Hawks. Bartlett hits Frost in stride for the TD. 35-yard TD on 2nd and inches. And the Hawks have the lead back. How about this Noah Bartlett throwing a strike there?
Well-placed ball. He's been having time to throw, Jeff, and it was a great route by Frost there, streaking up the sideline. Noah Bartlett puts it right on the money, and here we are, 33-28 with 3:38 left.
Hawks have the lead. Hawks are going to go for 2 up 5. Bartlett out of the shotgun. 3 wide receivers, empty backfield. Frost goes in motion to a 3 wide receiver set. Bartlett rolls, fires to Frost. He has it. He gets it in there for the 2-point play. Stephen Gay broke on it, but couldn't knock it away. And the 2-point play is good. So it's the Hawks 35, the Trojans 28. 3:38 to play in the game. Trojan and Hawk football continues after this. So that was a backwards pass, and they are calling that a lateral. So it's a loss of 2, basically, for Laughlin, I guess. Doesn't matter as we're trying to sort out the stats. So it's 2nd and 12 for the Trojans from their own 20. Laughlin out of the gun. Hands it off, gaping hole. Isaac Vance running hard across the 25, wrapped up by the ankle. Chavez brings him down at the 30. It's a gain of 10, and it brings up 3rd down and 2.
3rd down and 2.
2:53 to play in the game. The Hawks 35, the Trojans 28. Clock rolling. First meeting between the Hawks and the Trojans ever in varsity football. 3rd and 2. Low snap to Laughlin. Hands to Vance coming right. He's got room. 35 to the 40. And he's wrapped up and dropped at the 44-yard line as Junior Pena made the stop. One number 6 tackles another number 6. And the Trojans have a first down at the 44-yard line after a gain of 14 for Isaac. So a new set of downs for the Trojans at their own 44. 2:34 to play in this game. 35-28, the Hawks lead it. Trojans have moved it from their own 22 out to the 44. 2 tight ends for Mayfield. Good snap to Laughlin. Hands it to Isaac Vance. Hunting and pecking for a hole. Started looking at right guard. Bounces it to left guard. Picks up 2 up to the 46. That was his 17th carry of the night. Plenty of time for Mayfield. Plus they have the timeout. They wouldn't mind using up a lot of the clock going down there to score. The way this shootout has materialized. Maybe the last team with the ball is going to win it. But they got to go down and score. Can't be too pedestrian about it. 2nd down and 8 for the Trojans at their own 46-yard line. Laughlin out of the gun, fields a perfect snap. Hands it off to Marune. He's hitting the backfield. Nice play by Hernandez, who blew that play up for a loss back to the 42. It's a loss of 4. That brings up 3rd and 12 for Mayfield.
Well, Mayfield on the night is 4 for 10 on 3rd downs, Jeff.
Well, it's 4-down territory, no doubt. Mayfield's had some good fortune on 3rd and 4th down tonight. 1:26 to play in the game. Laughlin on 3rd down and about 14. Going to the air. Zips it off. Caught by Swenson. Swenson's hit. Fighting to the midfield stripe. That's about 4 yards shy of a first down. Mayfield takes their timeout. And it's going to bring up a 4th and 4 for the Trojans. It's a gain of 9. And the Trojans spend their last timeout as it's going to be 4th and 4 up near midfield with 1:13 to play in the game. The Hawks 35, the Trojans 28. The Mayfield Trojans just spent their timeout. What a ball game. At half, Mayfield was down 20-7. Cottom took the lead at 28-27 on a remarkable 99-yard TD pass from Laughlin to Swenson. The Hawks lose their starting quarterback, to injury for the night, and their backup engineers them on a go-ahead drive.
Yeah, Bartlett's come in and done a heck of a job. You couldn't ask for anything more. He's been, pretty accurate and has kept his composure, which is important for a backup quarterback to be able to come into a big game like this, a district game, and keep his composure and execute like he has.
4th and 4 for the Trojans. They've got to get to the Centennial 46 to continue the drive. And they're going to hand it off to Isaac Vance. Vance going nowhere. He's stopped for a loss. They needed 4. Vance is going to lose 10, or they're going to spot it. Gave some ground. They just had nowhere for him to run. They were trying to run him off left tackle, and Centennial was all over it. So the Hawks take over at the Mayfield 41-yard line. 1:07 to play in the game. So the Hawks with 2 timeouts, a 7-point lead. Mayfield's out of timeouts. It's victory formation time for Centennial.
Looks like they're going to keep that streak going there, Jeff. Undefeated against in-town teams. Centennial's played a heck of a ball game. I thought they would have done a little bit of trickery there with the timeout, But, I mean, obviously they were keen on Isaac Vance on that last play, and they sure as heck proved it right there. They tackled them for a 9-10 yard loss.
Delay a game, the call against Centennial, as they're flagged with 1:07 to play in the game. Hawks were up 20-0 in this game. Mayfield took the lead 28-27 on a 99-yard TD. Then lost their quarterback, and you're thinking, wow, all the momentum's on the Trojan sideline. And then the junior backup quarterback, Noah Bartlett, leads them on an 80-yard march for a TD. Of course, the key play was the 4th and 10 play when the Trojans were called for pass interference that kept the drive alive. 2 plays later, Bartlett was hitting Frost on a 35-yard TD pass. There's a knee taken by the Hawks. Starts the clock rolling with 49 seconds to play in the game. Hawks 35, Trojans 28. Onyate's 5-2 on the field, but 1-6 officially on the season. They had to forfeit wins over Gadsden and Mayfield. Bartlett takes a knee, and that'll do it. So the Centennial Hawks are going to stay undefeated in district and move their record to 7-1, 3-0. The Trojans are going to fall to 2-1 in district, 4-3 on the regular season. And the Hawks take on the Las Cruces Bulldogs next Saturday night right here at the Field of Dreams, and what could be a huge ball game. Of course, the Bulldogs got to get past
it's going to be exciting.
Carlsbad Cavemen tomorrow afternoon.
Well, Carlsbad's starting quarterback is hurt. Not to take anything away from Carlsbad. Their Coach Gary Bradley is doing a great job over there trying to get that winning tradition back. But, you're on the road with a backup quarterback coming to play the Las Cruces Bulldogs, who are ranked in the top 5 in the state and are playing some good football right now. It looks like, they've got their work cut out for them, that's for sure.
Hawks 35, Trojans 28. It's a final. Teams are shaking hands. We'll begin our post-game show. Name our Steve Barrett Real Estate Player of the Game. Give you the final stats brought to you by a real man. All that'll be interesting along with a recap. 35-28, Centennial beats Mayfield tonight on the Gridiron. You're listening to Trojan and Hawk football on 98.7 FM Classic Hits. Well,